Welcome, folks. How are you doing? We are back. How's everybody? When Lagomorph, welcome back. Siegfried, I hope everything goes well. And yeah, hi Pyro, Moonlit, Axel, Shanti, Sora. Hello, folks. Hey, Duck. Good to see you all. Yeah, we're back to do I guess, finish something that we started last week. That I kind of want to change, not super radically, but I do want to change a few things. So, I'll be going over that. Pink Lemon, thank you for the follow. And Bean is here. I tired him out before the stream because he was like just running around for a while. So he's probably gonna be sleepy for at least a good chunk of that. So we're probably gonna have a sleepy little Bean here. Any case, today the idea is to finish this edit, the Globster. This is a very silly, stupid idea I had years ago. Just like a quick mental image that popped into my head of a globster sitting in like the most regular place possible, just sitting in the parking lot. If you don't know what a globster is, check this out. A globster, or blob, which is the title of the stream, is a decomposed carcass that washes up on shore and is like pretty much unrecognizable. So, let me move the bean. There we go. It's this kind of thing. It can take many shapes, of course, but it usually looks like, you know, like a weird dinosaur thing. Stuff like this. Obviously, it's usually whales, dolphins, basking sharks, really common. So it's just normal fish that have decomposed in a weird way and that are like heavily decomposed enough that it's really hard to tell what they ever were. Yeah, Twitch notifications, Maxwell, they mess up all the time. They're really unreliable, which is very stupid because it's like you got one job as a platform, Twitch. You're a live streaming platform that is really dependent on people seeing what you like when the people they follow are going live, right? It seems like a no-brainer to have like notifications that work, and yet that's why Discord is good. If you ever miss a stream notification and or just want to have a more reliable way to get notified of streams and you're on Discord, join the server, and as you do, one of the prompts you'll get when you join the server is to get a role that will notify you whenever I'm streaming. Yeah, alarm set up for Jenna's stream. She has the most consistent schedule. Oh, way to call me out for always being late to my own streams. You're right, though. You're right. At least I get the days right lately, so that's not too bad. But yeah, we are gonna try to finish this. I like the concept of what we got here, but I feel like it's maybe too dark. It needs to be more lobster-like, I feel like. It needs to be more like this. It's already kind of blobby and slimy, which I like. But maybe we need more like jellyfish bits Like, okay, like this image here. This image is really good. Because it has this like weird slimy tail. Kind of looks like a bit of a jellyfish or something. So, yeah, that's the idea. No idea what that is. Sometimes you'll get like big squid. Or sometimes you'll get horrible AI images. Whoa, surprising. Anyway. Ender, how you doing? We need to lay a reward and make Val shave. Oh my god. I had to shave once last year, because I accidentally, when I was just shaving with my electric razor, it got blocked for a second, so I like took the guard thing out and kind of unclogged it because it was just like clogged, I guess. And then, I checked, it was working again, and I continued shaving, but I forgot to put the guard thing back on, so I just like did this and made a huge hole in my beard here. So I had to shave the whole thing off. And I looked very weird for a few days. Did not like that. But we do have a new reward. It's secret though. You can't see it until it shows up. But if you reach level 3 JPEG, there's a new extra JPEG reward. That's really expensive. But it's a good one, I promise. I could make a beard out of beans shavings, to be honest. Don't steal my beard. Ah, there's a JPEG. I updated it, by the way. Now you can actually see it. Because with the new camera, it's 4K instead of 1080p. So, oh, there's new level 2. I had to redo all the JPEG levels so that it would work on a 4K camera. So I had to like increase the strength of the filter for each level. And as I did, I realized that the filter, the JPEG filter I use, it only goes up to there's level 3. That was quick. Look at what you did to me. You should see a new reward appear. JPEG Ultra. I noticed that I'm not changing like the filter through the UI. I'm changing it through something called Streamer Bots, which like automates that when you get when you click on the reward, it does the action, right? I noticed that you could actually input levels of JPEG that went beyond the limits that the UI kind of allows you. So you can actually go stronger than this. Go quite a bit stronger up till like your entire screen is a few pixels. I didn't go that hard because it has to be still slightly recognizable that there's a person there. But there is a new ultimate JPEG level, and if someone reaches it, it turns off the timer too. So that stays up until somebody manually turns it off, and manually turning it off costs like 25,000 points or something. It's absurd, but it is worth it. It is worth the points. It reveals my true form, exactly. How long do I stay JPEG'd? Under the normal filter, so like this one we're currently seeing, up to this level 3. When the first JPEG is unlocked, it starts a 10-minute timer. When that 10-minute timer goes down, the JPEG ends. So if you don't reach level 3 before those 10 minutes, the whole level is reset to 0. But if you get to level 3 and then unlock the Ultra one, it disables the timer. Natty, thank you for the follow. So yeah, we have fun here. We have fun. I discovered a new untold way of creating of JPEGing myself. My scientists have been hard at work figuring that out. Okay, in any case, lobster. That's what we're making today. And, you know, that's what we have from last stream. It's just kind of a blob of nothing. And that's kind of what I want. I don't want it to look like anything specific. That's why it has, like, a weird tentacle and a mysterious hole. Like, I don't know if I'll keep the tentacle, this one, by the way. I'm not sure, not quite sure yet. But yeah, that's the goal. Actually, most of the stream here, of the last stream, was spent doing this background. Just finding the pictures for the background and stuff was quite a bit of work, but we managed. And I think I'm just gonna push it up a little bit, because I don't like how close it is to the bottom. It's kind of, you know, clipping there, kind of creating a tangent. That's a bit annoying. Oh, we're back to crispy. I don't know how to compress the audio, unfortunately. There's no such filter that I know, so it would also probably get really annoying really quick, as funny as that would be. MP3 me. Luckily for you, luckily for me, you don't have any ideas of custom Discord roles. Uh-oh. How many points do you have, Siphon? You're probably the person that has had the most points. You know, you spent them, but in lifetime points, behind Sora, probably. You got 3,000. Okay, so you still need to save up a bit. Okay. So, first of all, just gonna move this a little bit and Photoshop. Let me move it. Oh, there it is. Thank you. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to make sure that the line is not cut here, but shouldn't be too bad. Okay, so I'm gonna push it up, and then I'm gonna push like this back area lower. I think those two combined should just make it a little bit more balanced. Have you used all of your points for good? Don't trust Lilith. Yeah, Mechtel's I would say is probably third in terms of lifetime points. Yeah, 2 max prizes. Just pretty crazy. I have to flip a coin to decide which way to go next time. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'll cook up a new one for you. I'll need to think of new insane rewards though. I need some time to cook them up. Okay, so first thing, we're just gonna edit what we already have a little bit before adding a lot of new stuff. So yeah, just, you know, just fixing up the reflection, and you probably need a bit more of this reflection. Ooh, bean twitch. I always turn on the camera when he stops twitching. Oh, damn it. $1 million points to redeem ultimate JPEG. It cannot be undone for the next 10 streams. I don't know, 1 million points should be something like, I don't know how many hours you need for that. There's probably someone who has calculated that. Lick bean. I would do that for free. Sora photo streams. Yeah, second Sora on stream. Hello, how are you doing? Not a melted car, just a creature of some kind. A mysterious creature. We're not going to delve into what it is, because even I don't know. It's just some kind of guy, some kind of beast. Okay, we have reflection here. Now we go into the Globster. This is the main area. This is the back. It's called Globster 2, because initially there were 2 of them. Oh, what if I move everything to the right and just like push this one out like this? You missed a stream this week. Oh, your streak resets? I mean, don't know, did I see you yesterday? Yesterday we did this bad boy. The Hive Man. So if you don't remember this, then you did miss one. You say that like you don't stick googly eyes to everything for free. I love the googlies, but these googlies, all these googlies have been paid for by you. These big ones, this other one, these 2, the Slenderman there in the back. It's gonna be hard with JPEG, but I might be able to zoom in on him. Well, that's me. Hello. See that Slenderman in the back? Well, the little statue I made of him. Googlies. You see the mask? Googlies. These have all been paid for you. Paid by you. By your points. And I think that's all the ones in the... Yeah. Which, by the way, I realized, and I don't know why, when I turned this off, it was probably when I was back in my parents', because I didn't have googlies there. I forgot to turn it back on, the reward for not permanent googly eyes, like IRL googly eyes, which is the one that paid for all these. So, yeah. It's back on now. Looks like a really bad butt plug. Googly eyes. Okay, will they pop up? Sometimes they don't, so when I'm not like focused on Photoshop, there we go. Who? Here, there we go. Actually, there were googly eyes from the other stream, so let's just kind of continue the collection. We're gonna give the car googly eyes now. or no, let's just keep adding, like, sticking googly eyes to this in different scales. Let's do 2. I'll add a couple more for each googly eye redemption. Probably have to move them around because we're going to move the beast around a bit. Now we're just going to fill this thing with googlies. When it can't fit anymore, we'll do the car. If we ever get to that. Okay, so I'm going to take the entire thing and the reflections. I'm going to move them. Wait. Let's see this. There we go. Move it all to the right. So it's like taking up a little bit of this parking spot too. So now I can take the reflection here and let the white line poke through. It should still be dark, but you know, obviously it should be visible. Also, we need to add reflection to this. I guess we might leave that for the end because we might still move things around a bit. The tiny ones. Yeah, the tiny ones are the ones in the mysterious hole. It's not quite the creature, but something living in it, I guess. Okay, that is pretty good. And there should be like a very small reflection here, which doesn't do much for us anymore. But we can probably take this. And just do a little bit of that. I'm using the car reflection because, like, you know, it's kind of surface where the reflections are not quite perfect. You can kind of see the shape of the car, but it's fuzzy enough that I can sort of use the car reflection as the globster reflection as well. So yeah, we're just gonna do that. The car logo for the signature, that's really good, yeah. I'm gonna make a note of that. Valwagon. Okay, so what we use here, and that's the reason it's looking darker rather than brighter, when I think we should go with the white color that globsters usually have. Our original picture was this, which is a beached whale, and I just like took out the tail and made it into this like blobby slug-like thing. Good time zone when. Bean, you're so sleepy today. Oh, just as I said that. Hello, little man. He's just gonna... Oh, scratching time. He's thinking about what he's gonna do. Oh, choosing his next position. so sleepy today. I mean, he already kind of had his dose of going crazy, so he's sleeping that off now. Okay, so if we remove these levels layers, we can already like keep it a little brighter. The back of the globster here is just another beached whale with some actual globster bits here, which we might use more of. Not sure yet. I guess it's like two different textures. Originally we're going kind of slimy with these like slug textures. But if instead of slimy, I'm gonna have to hide the googly so we can see what we're doing. If instead of slimy, we want to go like this. That's also a good option. That said, we only have this picture of a globster, like of an actually like decomposing whale. Does he do that thing where when he eats where he takes a bit of food and just shakes his head? Yeah, he does. Is that normal? I always wondered if like he was like getting tickled with his whiskers or something on the bowl. Your friends have a large cat bed and a small cat bed in their office. Do you know which one the extra large boy likes to sleep in? Oh, I know cats. I know cats. Shaking his food to death. Yeah, it's just like a little, like, he'll take a bite and then just do like a quick little this. So yeah, I'm not quite sure where that comes from. Because he seems to do it like independently of the bowl where he's eating. Because I know, like, I've been told that some cats don't like eating in like really deep bowls because they'll like bother them with their whiskers. They have like more like sensitive issues, but I don't think Bean really has those. I think they do it to break the neck of their food. Oh, that's so funny. So that's an actual instinct they have. I love that. He's breaking the kibble's neck. Yeah, hunter instincts. I love that. Bean is a little hunter. Dude, did you hear that? They're saying you're a hunter. Stalking your prey. And breaking their neck. Is that true? No reply. I think it's true. What? Oh yeah. He's purring. Oh, I woke him up. And now he's looking for cuddles. Isn't he? Sleepy beast. Yeah. You can keep sleeping. Bean has a toothbrush, yes. It is one of his favorite toys. He cleans his teeth with it. He likes to have it around. Ooh, oh, he's coming now. Hello, Bean. I woke you up too much. I'm sorry, you were sleeping so good. Okay, you wanna come up? You wanna say hi to chat? Yeah, come on over. Come on over. He's scratching his face on the mic. Come on. Oh, don't, don't you close Photoshop. Gotta save just in case. It destroys my documents. Yeah, Bean really cares about dental hygiene. You keep scratching the mic. Yeah, dude, that's Chat. You're talking to Chat right now. Okay, you wanna go up? You have to help you up. You're so sleepy. I'll help you up. Okay. Have to push his ass when he's too sleepy to do it on his own. He'll just kind of stand there and wait for me to do it. Right? Yeah, dude. Look, Chat. Look. Look. The bean. You can see him up close now. Isn't he beautiful? He's purring right now. Give me the soft purrs. Oh. Cute bean content. That's all bean content. Redundant. Chat, let's get a crunch. Okay. We need to, hold on, remove the noise filters. Okay, so you'll hear background noise, but you'll also hear Bean's crunch really well. Bean, time for crunch. No. You lost some. Oh, get it. There you go. That was pretty soft as far as crunch goes. That was like several small crunches. Chat, should we try for a larger crunch? Does Bean deserve a second try to get his really big crunch of the day? What do you think, Bean? I think Bean says yes. But we've got to wait for Chat's verdicts, Bean. I need a good excuse to feed you. To feed you treats. Blubber fan? Oh, it's Blubber fan. I thought you were a fan of Blubber. Like, oh, you're in the right place. You're in the right place. Okay. Meet. Sit down. Let's go crunch. We need to have you on camera for the crunch. Okay. We're trying for a second one. Good luck, Bean. Oh. Go for it, man. Don't lick it. Crunch. Do you not want to crunch? He's just licking it. Do you not want any more treats? I guess not. Well, I guess now we have a licked licked bean treat. Let's do it the other way around. There we go. Well, what am I gonna do with a licked treat, Bean? Putting me in a position now. Now I have a wet piece of kibble to take care of. To hold for you. Oh, he's going for it. He's going. No, he's just licking in more. And he threw it on the floor. He just kept licking it and it fell somewhere. Try not to crush it. But I gotta find this piece of kibble, wet kibble, that's currently on the floor. I don't crush anything. It's somewhere under the table, I bet. Oh, found it. Mmm, delicious. Wet keep kibble with some hair. Some bean hair. Anyone wants this? I'll leave it there and let's see if Bean ends up eating it. Oh, he's going for it. He's going for it. Okay, okay. Good. You gotta finish your meals, Bean. He truly tricked me with that one, didn't he? Oh, little guy. Okay, I'm also gonna fix a quick thing here. There we go. Gotta fix the crunch mode on. Yeah, there we go. Now it should be much easier to hear Bean's crunches next time. Anyway, let's continue. I guess half continue because Bean is sitting on my tablet currently. we aroused the beast from sleep. Okay, yeah, there you go. Just there you go. I'm convincing him to go. Nope. Okay. He does not want to go to his bed now. Maybe it's too warm for him or something. Let's follow the Bean. Here he is. There's the Bean. In the shadows. Okay. Back to it. No, I do have my tablet back, thankfully. Because Bean is just sitting a little bit further up ahead. So we're adding shadow to this like decaying part. It's, you know, in the shadowy area. And yeah, I'm gonna try to make this look colorless. So I guess the first thing is to just do some desaturation. Or... oh, Bean. No. Careful with that. No. You can't have your squid bits. Not yet. You can get some squid bits later. You just had some treats. Forget about them. Forget about them. He's looking at you, chats. Watch out. Watch out. It's gonna get you. New bean angle. A little bean kiss. Just for chats. His silly face. He attacked you now.
Chat, should I give me squid bits?
He really wants the squid bits. He's going for the squid bits again. See, these are the squid bits. Like dried little bits of squid. And he goes crazy for them. Look. He's just kind of rubbing his face on the package. He wants to get to the inside. What does in the package mean? Okay, should we give Bean a squid bit? You guys want to see? think Bean really needs it, or he might die right now. Let's get this angle. Beautiful angle. Oh, you want to say anything to chat, Bean? You want to say anything to chat? Oh. Okay. Let me get a beautiful angle of you as I get. Hold on. Stay there. Just gonna tear off little bits. Bean. Look right here. Here. Ooh, that jerky. He loves it. For context, for those who haven't seen the squid bits yet, this is spicy. I guess I cut off the bit of the package that says spicy. But this is like spicy squid jerky. And for some reason, he goes bananas for it. And I don't know if he doesn't notice the spicy or if he actually likes that about it. I guess next time I might get the non-spicy bits and just see which one he prefers. He's looking for more in my hands. Like smelling them. There's nothing else, Bean. You guys like the immersive Bean experience? It's almost as if you were right there eating squid with Bean. He really wants more. The spice. He loves the spice. Okay, Bean. Tell me. Tell me how much you love the squid bits. Here, I'll give you another little chunk. I'm treating you too much today. That's good stuff. You can get the spicy dust too. Bean has a strange palate. He eats his kibble. It's not like, you know, he eats it. It's fine. He goes bananas for wet food. Any kind of wet food. Like once he hears like the can opening, he'll run from like wherever he is. Like he'll hear the can opening from, I don't know, kilometers of distance. And it's actually a great way of like getting him out if he's hiding somewhere and you don't know where he is. You just open a can and he'll just run to wherever you are. And he loves the treats, the kibble style treats. But in terms of like human food, he doesn't really care for most of our food, except for ham. Goes crazy for ham. The dried squid, and pickle juice. Yes, I'm not fucking kidding you. He goes crazy for pickle juice. Like, when you get pickles, and you know the bottle of pickles, there's this like briny juice inside. It kind of tastes like, you know, just pickles and salt. And it's like, and pickles and salt and vinegar, right? It's like very acidic. He goes crazy for that. Like, I don't know why. He loves this very, very acidic, like harsh fluid. I haven't given him much, but once I saw that he was like really interested in it, I like gave him at first a few drops. Like I would just like dip a little finger in the juice and do this, and he would just like drink it up. And then I said like, okay, let me see what he does if I give him like a little more. So I took the cover of the bottle, right, the lid, and I just put a little bit of the pickle water into the lid, and put it here for him, and he started drinking it like it was water until suddenly he just got up, did this kind of face, and he left the rest. But he took quite a bit, like more than I would be able to. Oh, Bean, you're so weird. Yes, we love you though. Anyway, also look at his perfect loafing form right now. He is not lying on the floor. There's a space. There's a space beneath. Oh, damn it, Bean. This was not his fault. There it is. It was mine. I pressed on the buttons. But you can see here. That's my finger. This is perfect form. He's not touching the floor. You burnt the bread a little. It still make a good sandwich. No, he's rye bread, so it's fine. Okay, so back to this. Yeah, I love when cats do this pose where it feels like they're lying down, but they're actually just on their tippy toes. I think it's a heat exchange thing where they, you know, it's like pretty efficient in terms of heat exchanging, so they can like stay insulated from the ground a little bit more, but it's still like a resting position for them. I think that's how it works. Okay, so we have removed the slimy textures, and we can now play with the levels. And yeah, I think we're just gonna go like pretty bright. We're also gonna desaturate. We can't go brighter than like say this scar, so we can't do this. It's like way too much. Yeah, but this might be good. I don't know. I wanna try. I wanna explore that. I wanna see if it looks good in this more globster-like tone. And to be honest, I think we need more decaying textures. Maybe mushrooms and stuff like that. Just like rotting stuff, I think would work pretty well here. Nope. Where are you headed, Bean? Hello? You going? Okay. Bye-bye. You're not late. You're just in time. How you doing, Aquila? You did miss good bean content, unfortunately, but that will always be recorded. He likes spicy and pickle juice. Yes, he loves pickle juice. Damn, I just had a bottle of pickle juice. Pickle juice. I had a bottle of pickles that I finished like a couple days ago. And I should have kept it. I should have kept the juice to show you guys on stream. Next time I gotta remember. So you can see that I'm not fibbing. He actually loves pickle juice. Hey Cryptid. Blobs, yes. We're redoing a bit of this blob. So I was not quite happy with it. Trying to mix in the original background and the new one. Or yeah, actually, you know, the background, just for context, because I guess I did do this in a different stream, is this photo, which is a nice, like, wet parking lot, which is exactly what we're looking for. But it has, like, beautiful mountains in the background, which kind of reduces the fun, like, mundane thing I wanted to go for. So I changed the background to like this boring area. Mean, what the hell are you doing? Ethan. he's trying to destroy my background again. But I did fasten it a little bit stronger, so hopefully he shouldn't be able to take it down. I'm just gonna ignore him for a bit so he doesn't learn that destroying my background is a way to play. Trying to teach him good manners. You woke up getting instantly warned that the transmission was finished. Warned. It's an omen. But yeah, you're not the first person who falls asleep to my streams. It's kind of a recurring thing. I'll venture to say most people watching watch this to fall asleep, and I'm fine with that. I think that's cool. Sleepover at Val's, exactly. Is that interesting? So there's some color. There's some color that I must have put on top of this. It's the texture here. It's interesting. Yeah, there's still like color despite me reducing the saturation to 0. Or is there? Might be hallucinating it. No, there is color. There is color. Otherwise, it would be down to the left here. Bean, don't touch that. He wants to play. Woke up at 2 a.m. Oh no. I'm currently also going through it sleep-wise a little bit, which is not an unusual thing for me, as you guys probably know. Yeah. I think I slept like 3 hours tonight. I'm good. Like I can take that for a day or a couple days of not sleeping a lot. It's when you start doing it more days and it starts like getting bad, but having to readjust my sleeping schedule is always a bit of a mess. Hi, Bean. You guys hear him screaming? Oh, where are you? Where did you go? Oh, back there. Hello. Come on over. Now he was politely asking me to play. So we're gonna acquiesce. We're gonna with the googly eyes. It's good. Come over, B. Okay. Gonna try to lure the beasts. Let's see if it works. You guys see how I set up my lighting, both to give me a nice rim light on the side, but also I can quickly adjust it to light up the floor and have a great view of Bean playing. Come on over though. I can't play with you if you're back there. Okay. Come on, chat wants to see you. Get out from your corner. Come on, dude. I wanna trick him. Come on over. Ah, there he is. Get him here. It's not a really well lit place, but there we go. Me? Over here. Haha. I'm capturing you. Okay. Come on over here. Come on, you gotta come to me, Bean. I can't play with you back there. Make it really hard. Hey, Adolesters. Careful with the pickle juice for... Oh, because of dehydration? Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, no worries. He never had a lot of it. He always had like little drops. I am trying to keep him hydrated now, because I did notice that Bean is a little dehydrated. So I'm trying to trick him to drink more. Come on over, Bean. There we go. I have captured the beasts. Finally. My luring has worked. Oh. Or has it? There it is. Don't scratch my computer. You're scratching my computer case, dude. Wondering if Bean had a salt deficiency, so into salty snacks. I think he's just generally very food motivated. He's a hungry boy, but no idea. I guess like next time we gotta check on him at the vets, which should be like next next vaccine, which I think should be coming up like in a few months. We can ask the vets about like hydration and stuff. You gotta come over, Bean. Come over, I'm gonna catch you. He's getting in the corner in an area that's much harder to film. You're making it really hard for me today. As your cameraman. Whoa. Thick lip. Okay. I can't play with you back there, Bean. So I'm just gonna lure him. See if I can lure him back there. Oh. In the meantime, I'm gonna do some more work. Your Arabic rescue cat's favorite treats are stale bread, only you've stolen, liver pills. That's so funny. Mint is related to catnip. Yes, catnip is a type of mint. In Spanish, it's called cat's mint. Oh, Bean also does this, smelling my breath after I brush my teeth, and then he goes. He does kind of the catnip reaction. So he'll just like smell my breath and then fall over and start purring. It's really cute. You wanna come over, Bean? Are you still stalking? Come over. I can't play with you back there. You know that. You're really far. I'll have this here. Shake it around from time to time. See if he comes. New age salt lamps. And the cat started licking the salt lamp. Oh no. Yeah, that sounds dangerous. Okay. Thinking about the textures now. So we can keep the mysterious hole. I like the mysterious hole. We can reduce some of its color. Make it more grayish. And match the lighting a bit better. There we go, we now have a mysterious hole. It's back in order. And for some reason... Oh, okay, the mysterious hole is all of this. Okay. There we go. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave more bowls of water around, because what I did recently is... I got it right here. Oh, it's very full. I got this small thing, and I've just been filling it with like my own water from the bottle. And Bean has been drinking a lot of that. Much more than his, at least much more frequently than his regular drinking water that's in the kitchen. He just spends a lot of time here, so I guess it's like closer to him, it's like more convenient. I don't know. In any case, he's been using it more, so I hope that helps with the dehydration. Hi, Bean. You want to play? Or do you want to go out? Lots to play. Dude, you are too far away. I can't. Oh, he took the... He wins the game. He took it for himself. He's like there in the corner. Because it's kind of like covered place and he likes to like stalk from there when he wants to play. Which is also a little confusing because when he wants to go out, he'll also stand in that corner and meow. Bing. Okay. Come over here, Bean. There you go. That's a much better area to play in. Isn't that? There we are. Now we get a good angle on the Bean attacks. Don't go back there. Come over here. He ran off to the corner again. That didn't last very long. Oh, got him back. Got him back. What is he looking for on the floor? There's nothing there, Bean. Literally licking the licking the floor. There he goes. Yeah, attack. He does have such a shape. Whoa, good flip. Bunny kicks, bunny kicks, bunny kicks. Look at them big old eyes. Whoop, whoop. It's under his control. Can't wrench it away from him. Bean, you're losing control. Ha! Whoa! He saw himself like covered in the string, and he had to make a tactical retreat. String wins for now. Yeah, he was looking for pre-lick kibbles. Yeah, it really seemed like he was eating something. There was nothing on the floor. Maybe he got a whiff of the squid bit dust. Okay, so what we've got so far. So far, I've only like moved things around, but I want to add stuff. Oh, there goes the bean. I want to add stuff, and I think like slimier stuff like jellyfish would probably work well here. So I'm just gonna look for jellyfish, and for some reason that added some comas. There we go. How did it get in the parking lot? I don't know. This has no lore. It's just a funny image to me. This image came to me in my dreams, and I had to recreate it. Okay, we need like these, but out of the water. Okay, Bean is out on a different adventure, I guess. Jellyfish beach. Oh, okay, we do have a couple of good ones, and man wars too, which is technically not a jellyfish actually, but take it. It's good texture. Hide these rows behind stuff like pillars or bushes because it triggers hunting behavior in the cats. Yeah, it has to be like, you have to like show them, and then like show them the string like slowly going behind something, and the moment he like loses sight of it, he'll just run towards it. It's really fun. This is kind of a very open space, so I don't have like a lot of areas to do that. But in my old apartment, I used to have like a sofa like right here next to where I streamed. Not my sofa, just like it was there on the house as it was furnished, and yeah, he would play like I would like hide it on top of the sofa, and the moment he like lost sight of it, he would just like run like leap towards it. Really cute. Let's get this Man of War 2. Bean, don't touch that. Come on. Come on over. He's hiding from me. He's stalking. Worm in the carpet. She has a fishing rod toy with a fuzzy worm on a string on the end. Feels when you run it underneath the carpet. She's like, yeah. Okay, so we do that in like under the covers in the bed. You know, he'll often like come see us when we're sleeping, and or when we're about to fall asleep, or when we just woke up, so I'm still in bed, and he'll just come up and want to play. So I'll just like use my hand like underneath the covers and do like a little movements, and he'll chase that. He goes crazy for that. Okay, lots of beach jellyfish. That's really good. Bean, you gotta bring me the hair tie. Bring me the hair tie and you get a squid bits. How about that? Deal? Do we have a deal? No. Okay, you can come on over then. Hello. Oh, my favorite beast in the world. What? Are you done playing? You want to get some water? I saw you go towards the water. Go for it, man. It's there. There you go. Yep, he's drinking his water now. Drink your order. Okay. We got a lot of blobby beach beings. Let's see what we can do with them. You got beach jellyfish shots. Yeah, everybody take a sip with Bean. In his honor. Love you, Bean. Oh, let me remove the cable from there. How inconsiderate of me. Do not clear your bed of cables. I'm sorry. You can use it now if you so wish. Oh, no, Bean. Don't attack random things. Oh, careful. You're gonna trip, dude. Here, toothbrush. Toothbrush. I'm enticing him with the brush. No? No toothbrush? You just want attention, don't you? Oh god, I'm gonna do the inverted grab. Oh. Yes. Hold you like baby. What? What is it? What is it? You wanted my attention, didn't you? You wanted my attention. I'm giving it to you. I'm giving it to you. He's squirming. He doesn't like to be like belly up. Okay, you can be belly down. You can be belly down. Unhand me at once, savage. You picked me up in the wrong way. Pick me up though, but in the right way. Shh. Bean, bean. Toothbrush, 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 toothbrush. There you go. Bean. Took my eraser, which I got like, it's like stuck underneath this little table thing. Like, I'll explain to you why he's so obsessed with this corner. It's because, you know, my screen is sitting on this little elevated thing, right? And it has, you know, it has some storage there. But underneath it, on this side here, is where I put my pens, my colored pens, which I use a lot to take notes and stuff. And I just like hold them there because otherwise Bean does that, yeah. Otherwise Bean chases them, so I have to like hold them to a place where he can't really move them. But there's an eraser here that is also held in the same way, just with a clip like this. And he has discovered he can pry that out. So he's now currently obsessed with getting it. So I'll have to find a new hidey place for. I'm gonna put it here. Yeah, I'll just use the new hidey place for the eraser, so he can't do that. Isn't that right, little bean? Anyway, where were we? Jellyfish. And other slimy beings of the beach. Oh. Careful there, Bean. Hey, how did you get access to my secret pens? Can't touch that. Gotta go for that. Oh, he's refusing. Ooh. He really wants to eat my pens. Stop. Pens are not toys. Okay, Bean? You understand? You can play with this. This is toy. Toothbrush is toy. Pen, not toy. Okay, I'm gonna remove these from here so you cannot play with them. Calm down. Wait a second. Oh, no. Don't go crazy. Okay. Oh, he jumped off. But I have the pens that he was trying to get. And I have a hair full of a face full of bean hair right now. I'm gonna find a new place for these, at least temporarily. Gonna put them under the table with the other bean secrets, like the catnip. There we go. It's a payback for me putting him belly off, that's true. Let me check, Kempt. Careful there, Bean. Hey, why don't you play with your rat, Bean? Your beautiful rat. That boy Rathu. That seemed to work. He loves a good little rat. Okay, let's see what we got. This one may be good for like little reflections. That's for a different thing. I like the bubbles there though. Let me see, maybe this version slightly clearer. Oh, he's playing football now. Good game, Bean. He's playing football with a little ball of what do you call it? Tinfoil. This one looks like a little hat. I love it. This one's really fun. There's like this very moody picture of a deflating blob. Really good photo. Okay, we might use this one later for the bubbles. And I love a good glob. Globs are the best. Oh, this one's so fun, but it's like very specific lighting that wouldn't work here. Sad. Okay, I want to see how I can combine that. Because honestly, shape-wise, it's not bad at all. Like it can match this one pretty spot on, honestly. So I'm wondering if I should add it like as a texture on top, or if I should make this the base texture. What if I combine them in some way? There's a hunk of ambergris in the handicap spot. I mean, if this was ambergris, it would sell for insane amounts of money. So yeah, I would just take it home. What are ripples? Bean! Don't attack that. Do you guys see it? He attacked the plants. We woke you up, he was sleeping so peacefully. We woke him up and he decided it was time for absolute mayhem. It's not even 4:30 a.m. 4:30 a.m. is his time to go crazy. So I guess we've started it early today. Oh! Sorry for the noise. He took hold of the fishing rod and make a great big clang. What does it mean? Oh, you're so playful today. What is up with you? So much energy. It's the squid bits, I tell you. The squid bits really make me go crazy. Yeah, today Bean woke up and chose violence. We love him for it. Science may never be able to explain how a being so sleepy can suddenly wake up to become an absolute menace to society. We may never know. Okay, so that's a combo, possible combo of those two images. There is some leftover sand in here. So what I'm gonna do is shift the edge inwards a little bit and smooth it so that we, we lose a bit of that. What has it been? You're still not done with your campaign destruction, are you? Okay, I do like this. It's a bit of a different shape from what we had here, but as a combination, it works pretty well. Gives it more of a, jellyfish consistency. And I wonder what this would look like with some disgusting lobster textures layered on top. Like this kind of texture. Hi, bear. The bear he's loving this. He's like face deep in the blubber. I get it, bear. I understand. Where have you been? Hi. What you doing there? You wanna play or go out? Let's play. He's an insatiable beast. Okay. Ignore the bear. Although it would be funny to just put a bear eating this thing in the parking lot. It would be a different vibe, but it would be good. Being in the bear are kindred spirits, yeah. That bear is beaten every time you give him his squid bits. Which is for the downfall of toothbrushes. No, he loves toothbrushes. Dental hygiene is very important. So says the bean. Okay, let me... try to keep the texture, this one on top. I guess so, it does add a little bit of blobbiness. That's a word, right? No. You're lying. That's misinformation. Bean is a huge proponent of keeping your teeth clean. What do you guys prefer? The clean blob or the rotting blob? Or at least like partially rotting. Like maybe I remove this bit, but maybe the back of it is actively decaying. Let's remove this part here. Makes it look like it melts. Oh, that makes sense, yeah. Hi, Screamer. You wanna go out? Okay, I think he wants to actually go out now. It's kind of hard to tell because he will just stand on the corner next to the door and meow at me, and that can mean I want to play or I want to go out. And just based on vibes and context. So we'll see if I was right. Oh, it's Ruben. I was right. He did go out. I can read his body language. It's a lot like... Yeah, that's true. That is true. That is a really good point. Dog owners will hang a bell on their doorknob and train the dog to hit the bell if they actually want to go outside. Oh, interesting. How do you actually get him to associate that, though? Associate, like, the bell with going outside? Do you just, like, let him try? And when he hits the bell, you just open the door? Start by hitting the bell every time you open the door. And move to positive reinforcement. Yeah. I mean, the positive reinforcement is that he opens the door, like I open the door when he wants to. I guess I don't think it would even need like extra treats over that. Like maybe in the very beginning. Yeah, that seems doable. I'll see if I can find at least not necessarily a bell, but like something he can hit. Something that would make a noise. Yeah, exactly, Maxwell. It's can't associate just bell with snack. They associate you ringing to going out. Makes sense, Cass. Yeah, that's true, because my partner's sleeping, so it has to be like something that doesn't ring, doesn't make a very loud sound. Because like, you know, that door there just opened is like that door, and then like the door in front is the room where my partner's usually sleeping, so yeah, it has to, if it's very loud, she might hear it. He doesn't hear my streams, thankfully, so it should be fine. What is this texture? I guess we're just seeing a little bit of the background. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, I can just do this. A touch lamp? That's fun, I like that. Light signals with Bean. Okay, so I think I'll keep this little corner rotting, because I want to make sure that it really feels like a dead thing that just fell on the floor. So a little bit of decay would help, but that's true that we need to make it look less like a pile of snow. It's a great point. So yeah, let's work on that. And one of the fun parts here is that I want to keep it very abstract and not try to have like a specific anatomy I'm trying to do. Because that's like my natural instinct, is to try to give this thing an anatomy. And I'm already sort of imagining it, like as I'm seeing it right now, I'm imagining it looks like a kite-like being like this, with some, like a body like that, and then a tail. There's like ribs here, there's some kind of blowhole here, there's like some weird kind of whale or something. But, you know, that's kind of what I imagine seeing this, but I gotta try not to give it too much of a like definite anatomy, because I think part of the fun is to make it really indecipherable. Just make it really hard to parse, so that people will just be really confused and not be able to tell what's going on. That's the feeling we want to impart. See you, Aquila. Have a good sleep. You know, see in the video, sometimes cats will lay with their beans on the lamp, and you can turn them on by booping the cat nose. Really? Like it completes the circuit. That's so funny. Oh, thank you, Camps. Always love a good texture, you know that. Ooh, seafoam. Thank you very much. Definitely adding these to my collection, if you allow me to. Okay, should we revisit Strange Trunk? Thank you, Kent. Let me add some water to bean as well. Okay, the problem with making this bright is that it's, you know, originally a really dark texture, because it is from this, like, black snail, so it's kind of hard to make that look white. Or this, like, bluish white. So I don't know. Also, the light is a little bit off just because of where it is. Maybe I add this to the tail. Might be a good tail detail with some blur. Or, damn it, yeah, I've been saying, I shouldn't give this thing a definite anatomy, and yet I'm giving it, I'm calling this a tail. It's not a tail. It's just a blob. Focus, focus. So we can give it an anatomical names, but it has to be like completely nonsensical ones, or names that just don't have any basis in real anatomy. So like this could be called the bungle or something. So yeah, for future reference, this thing in the back is the bungle. And it's used for metabolism. Yeah. So yeah, that's called the bungle. Starting to create a great anatomical description of this being. Yes, keep it in mind, the bungle metabolizes. The mysterious hole, though, it excretes. So never get it confused with the bungle, because a lot of people get it confused. And, you know, they try to get the excretions, and they realize they're actually being metabolized. Happens a lot. Happens a lot. So always be aware. It's a classic mistake. Yeah. Many victims of this mistake every year. Maybe I should go get the bean. He's probably at the door. Let me go check. So. There he is. Look in the camera, Bean. Look at them. They missed you. Look at those baby blues. Look, Bean. Right there. Right there. Yeah. He's tickling my nose right now. But it's so worth it. Big old eyes. I think he just saw himself in the camera preview that's right above the lens. So he just saw another cat for a second. He just opened his eyes really wide. Either that or he just heard some sound. He loves the attention. Kiss? Would you sleepy for a kiss? Would you sleepy for a kiss? Oh. Okay, you can go. There we go. We all love Bean. Right, Bean? Look, chat is telling you they love you. My face and shirt are full of Bean hair. Nothing new there. He's scratching his face against the mic, so if you hear weird mic sounds, that is Bean. Don't. What are you up to? Okay, he's trying to dig around for the pens that I took away. And he's not going to find anything, so I'll let him. I'll let him get his obsession out of his head. Okay, as long as you don't cause any trouble, Bean. Let's focus on him. He's trying to find the pens, but he cannot. Good luck, though. Good luck, though. Good digging. You're not gonna find anything, bro. Bro is onto nothing. He's still at it, though. He's not giving up this easily. Bean, there is nothing. There is nothing down there. Oh! Don't worry. Just Bean pressing on buttons and changing my scene. Hey. No cable biting. It's an important rule in this household. Cables are not toys. He's still obsessed. Okay, I'm liking this Globster a lot more so far. I think it needs a little bit of shadow here because we did use the jellyfish texture. But you know, jellyfish, especially at this size, at the actual size of a jellyfish, they're kind of translucent and you can see the background a little bit through them. But we are at a much larger size, so it would be a lot more opaque. So there would be a normal shadow. Oop, Bean. What did he do? He tried to revert my edit. I think he liked it better before, but I'm sorry, Bean. You're not reverting my edit to the last save. See you, Adlasters. Thanks for coming in and chatting. It's large documents. Okay. Let me clean it up to save it. Hey, Bean, no. You can't eat my sketchbook. No, that's a prohibited item. You can have your toothbrush, for example. He has chosen chaos today. I thought he would be sleepy, because he already was doing chaos a bit before the stream, so. Should we use this? It's a fun texture, isn't it? I wonder what happens if I just add it as a texture. Just add some greeblies, you know? These are the greeblies, by the way, in this thing's anatomy. They're for mating. They're for mating. Don't ask me how. It's really gross. Really gross. Let's not do high pass on this one. Let me try a selection of just the greeblies. Cheese time. I love cheese time. Tonight is fancy cheese night. Ooh. Sounds delicious. Skin cheese? What is skin cheese? You can't just say that. Not explain. Okay, come on, Photoshop. Do the thing I ask you to. So here's a fun thing. I've been saying for a while that Affinity would be like, I would consider using Affinity, which is one of Photoshop's competitors, if they added a decent selection tool that was similar to the object selection tool in Photoshop. Because, you know, that saves a lot of time. They just did in their last update from February, and I tested it yesterday, and it's actually kind of wild. Let me open Affinity. Oh, camembert? You call that skin cheese? What? Why is that skin cheese? Okay, so this is Affinity. If you're not familiar, pretty similar to Photoshop, or at least like, you know, it has like much uglier icons, but you can make them black and white, so they look a little bit more decent. So yeah, I spent a bit of time yesterday as I couldn't sleep, just like making the UI a little bit closer to what I'm used to. Also, where's the bean? I can't. Oh, bean! I'm reaching the end of the. I can't get the camera any closer to this. We can get kind of the bean side like this. Get his ear. The skin. Every cheese has like a crust. That doesn't make it skin cheese. I mean, I guess not every cheese. But like most like normal like traditional styles of cheeses have some kind of crust on the outside. Skin is soft. Like I know what you mean with skin cheese, but it still sounds wrong. Anyway, this is just a little test document I made for Affinity, and just to push this down so you can see the layers. Can I? Okay, did not want to do that. Please put this there. Okay, anyway, these are the layers. They work similar to Photoshop, but it's kind of like each layer by default, it's sort of like a smart object. Here are the things it has that completely kick Photoshop's ass. First of all, I'm gonna test this out with this one because it's a really good example. Its new object selection tool. I'm still used to Photoshop's shortcuts. So I'm a little bit clumsy with this, but object selection. You just put your mouse over it and it shows you the object. Photoshop does a similar thing, but here's where it gets fun. You can hold Alt and it'll find like things within the object. And if you hold Shift on top of that, it'll find like parts within that. So, you know, I can just hover over and get the selection for everything, or I can get, let's say, a selection for this whole part, or only this bit, or only this, you know? Like, it's pretty wild how much better it is in Photoshop's, and the selections are good too. Like, it just does its thing on the machine, it doesn't take a long time, and it gets you really good selection. So you can add that to the mask, and there's like some softness to it that you can maybe remove if you remove soft edges here. But this is like pretty spot on. It is a simple background, so like this is not like the best test against like more realistic use cases, but really impressed at this tool. And on top of that, the really cool thing that Affinity has is that in the same way that you can do adjustment layers, so you can have a layer that has levels in it, right? And this is like its own individual layer. You edit the levels. I'm gonna move Bean again. You like edit the levels right here, and then you can apply it to only the night, for example. So it goes inside in this case, or you can apply it to everything that's below it. Here's the thing: you can do the same thing for filters, live filters they're called. I can take let's say a Gaussian blur, pretty common filter, apply that, and it applies to every layer that's below it. So you don't have to like group every single layer to just apply the blur to everything. It just applies to everything that's below, and you can move it around, and it's completely live. So now it only applies to the nights. If I put it inside here, so it kind of messes up the mask because it's like applying the mask on top of the blur. But if you move it on top of the mask, it adds it in that order. Like it's really powerful. Like this is like really impressive as far as like simple mechanics go. There's stuff that is missing. There's no good alternative to Puppet Warp, for example, which it's kind of a shame. But it is like the object selection I found really impressive. I'm gonna try, not for this one because we already started it, right? But in one of the next few streams, I'm gonna try doing an edit beginning to end on Affinity. It's kind of hard to move them from one to the other. Affinity can open PSDs, but it's not the most compatible with them. Like it'll break some things. And but this is like, you know, if you save this, the document, it's like its own type of file. It's an Affinity file. I don't know the name they give them. But yeah, um, really impressed at this. I'm probably gonna try using it and seeing if like, can I replicate my whole workflow on Affinity? Can I actually do something beginning to end in an equivalent way to Photoshop? And if I can, then it might be so fucking over for Adobe. Planton, thank you for the follow. He was over it. Venus showing off his primordial pouch. He is. Look at that. Look at this good skin right there. Primordial pouch, baby. He does not seem to mind very much. But yeah, really impressed at Affinity. I am rooting for them. I've been rooting for Affinity for a few years now, since I knew they were like kind of gearing up to compete with Photoshop. Because first of all, competition is good. Like if Affinity is starting to do great, Adobe's going to get scared and they're going to try to add some other features in. So it's gonna like it's competition. They're gonna start competing with each other, and suddenly you don't have like only Photoshop as the one standard what do you say, industry standard kid in the block who can add like any features they want and don't really know what users wants. Like when there's competition, you get every user benefits. So I'm excited for that, and I'm excited because it might actually replace Photoshop. It might actually be better than it one day. And it is not a fucking subscription service, at least yet. I am not holding out hope for forever because they got bought out by Canva, which is, you know, another fucking venture capital tech firm, and probably will want to push Affinity into doing subscriptions at some point. But so far, you just do like old Photoshop versions. Like you pay it once and you keep it forever. It's not really expensive. I've paid for both major versions that have come out. Like if you have I had Affinity 1, when Affinity 2 came out, you can pay to upgrade it. So you only pay when there's like a big like major change, just like Photoshop used to be, which is the best system, the least predatory system. It's a standard fucking license. And I would say if you're just now getting into photo editing, to photo compositing, and you don't like Adobe, which you shouldn't, get Affinity. That is currently my recommendation. I don't know if it's going to be forever, because at some point they might also get predatory, so you can't like tie yourself to any decision. But at least currently, if you get like Affinity 2, which is the current like major version, you got that forever. Like they can't take that away from you. They could only like turn future upgrades into subscriptions, because they can't like undo the license that you got when you paid for it. So yeah, currently if you're looking to getting software, I would hardly recommend Affinity rather than Photoshop. It seems like just as good for starters. To be honest, it even seems to have more like beginner friendly things that can kind of help you out to start. Has a bit of it's obviously like newer, so it doesn't have, what is it, 20 something years of, or yeah, I think it's like, not Photoshop is from the 90s. Yeah, 20 something years of just bloats, of UI bloats. So the UI is a bit cleaner. And to be honest, it has most of the tools Photoshop has. I'm still like missing a few things, and like generally better performance out of it. And then I'm like half ready to jump ship. And for video, I've been really enjoying DaVinci Resolve, which also has like a single purchase instead of subscription. And I haven't gotten the purchase. I've just been using the free version, and it's like really complete. I don't do a lot of video editing though, so at some point I assume as I learn I will kind of run into a wall. You're like, okay, I need the full version for this. But so far I haven't needed it for anything. The only thing that I've noticed I can't do without the paid version is like noise removal. And you know, that's fine. It's not the worst thing in the world to not have noise removal. This kind of looks like a little crown. I dig it, but it looks too... It looks like too clean. And I want this to be... to make less sense. Right? So as much as I dig it, I think I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna copy this a few times. And I'm gonna use like... And I guess, first of all, gonna just turn these into normal layers so they're lighter. I'm just gonna take like these little things. These oh, how do we call these? I forgot the name I gave it myself. Chat, help me. What was this called? This weird thing. Should start keeping notes of my own names that I came up with. I scrounged. That was not it, unfortunately. But thank you for the suggestion. Yeah, I forget what I called these. Yeah, I like that. I dig it. It's kind of like full of little spikes. Which are, as we've said, these are for mating. Don't ask how. Don't ask. You do not want to know how this thing mates. If you see how this thing mates, you would instantly stop loving nature and all its creatures.
That one weird kid telling kids in class how the lobster mates unprompted.
let's add a couple more here towards the front. I like them, they're good texture. I'm gonna combine all these layers just to keep it sort of tidy. And add some color to them, wherever that bit of color is needed. Like over here in the front, a little bit of blue. Kind of keep it similar to the surrounding area. Hi, Bean. Oh, bye, Bean. It's going to bed. Let me... Put the bean cam back in its normal position. There it is. Hey, Bean has finally calmed down after a long bout of madness. He seems to be chilling right now. Oh right, it's too large, this document. Gonna remove a few unused layers because I definitely have like a lot of bloat and things that haven't used. So that hopefully I can save this easier. So I forgot to add some shadow here. Gonna have to add redo the reflections a little bit, so we can do that at the end. Okay, what is this texture? That's the jellyfish. Okay, I still haven't chosen all the layers I want from here, which is why I don't want to delete them yet. We'll keep them on. Okay. We got the spikes. Could add this little crest thing. Gonna call it the sporial. Sporal? Yeah, something like that. I don't know how to pronounce the name I just made up. That's how you know it's a good scientific sounding name. And they use this for storage. What do they store? Nobody knows. Venus looking wistfully out. So yeah, obviously the sporial goes around the hole. They're connected in function, but I don't want to go into it. It's pretty gross. Ceronius, thank you for the raid. Welcome, folks. We're making a gross blob in the parking lots. How was your stream? Actually realizing that the spikes that go here towards the back, they're in like the rotten area, so it doesn't make that much sense. So maybe find a better place for them. Maybe right over here. Yeah. Hey, I'm doing good. Okay, so that back there is the sporule. Sporule. I don't even know how to say it. Something like that. Oh, what if we added like translucency by having some of the organs kind of show up like that? So we can take these from the jellyfish, which it's pretty, you know, it's pretty jellyfish-like. It's not, but there's usually several of them in jellyfish. So I think by just adding one of them, it should be more or less fine. I'm gonna put this. Weird. Hold on. There we go. So I'm gonna put this as a high pass layer and try to keep this translucency. A few street photos. Nice. Okay, so I'm keeping the color from this layer because what I want about the translucent organs here is mostly just their color. And I don't know where to put that actually. And how big to make it. Like this could get pretty big because this is a big thing. So let's see. I think it should be towards the front because the back is actively rotting. So it should probably be towards here. And I'm also going to clip it on top of the group. Where is that? Oh, okay, I'm doing things outside the group. This should be inside Globster. And this should be clipped on top. There we go. So I like this. It adds a bit of color to this otherwise pretty monochrome thing. And I could even add the second organ. It's kind of the same thing, but flipped, so maybe not the most interesting thing to add. Maybe I just add this twice. Get these two make these two into like individual layers, and then let's find a good spot for them where they can like combine a little bit, maybe. Ooh, also look at this. Kind of unintended, but it has this kind of soapy, shimmery texture. And I like that. I think we could keep that, honestly. Let me see where that texture is in the other one. Okay. Does this feel like there's kind of translucent internal organs? Maybe it's just bruised too, which could work. Could be either of them. But yeah, I like this so far. It's looking pretty nonsensical, which is exactly what we want from this. And this layer here, this little tail thingy, the bungle we call it, is really fighting me. It's kind of a hard one to set. Because it comes from such a like dark image that trying to make it look bright like this is kind of an uphill battle. But we can try. We can sure try. Okay, so making this a little darker because there's a car kind of casting a bit of a shadow. So it helps us separate these two sides of it. Should also fix up the reflections, which are also the shadows. They're kind of the same thing here. Just upload your images to Flickr if I'm curious. Yeah, sure. Drop a link. I'll give them a look. Let's see. Oh, nice shots. Yeah, some cool stuff. Oh, and thank you for the save reminder, Snow. I should really trim down this document to save it at a decent size. Gonna do that next. Okay, I'm gonna take all these translucent layers and gonna trim them down. Okay, we got a lot of mana wars, other slimy things that I don't know if I should add those, to be honest. This one has like a lot of sand texture on it because it's so translucent, which makes it a little harder to use. This one, for example, could be used maybe as a sort of overlay to the rest. But it's a matter of checking. Let's see. Can try this, and then we turn that into a high pass filter. And but it does add some nice texture to it. It's the size of my largest Photoshop project. That would probably be an old one, because I used to care less about how big Photoshop projects gets, but it would, at one point, it would just start chugging my computer, and that's when I learned I should be a bit more careful with not letting Photoshop document sizes get extremely large. But I do have some that went over 5 gigs. Probably not much more than that. You'd really have to try to go over 5 gigs in Photoshop, or just make like an enormous canvas. But yeah, like 5 gigs is definitely doable at this canvas size I usually use. That's 6000 by 4000. And if I took less care of how big this got, like currently it is about 3 gigs, which is too big to save. So I try to, like, as a general rule, I try to keep it under like 2.5 gigs when I save. Which Photoshop lets you know, because starting at 2.5 gigs, it saves it as a PSB, which is a different type of document. It's like a large Photoshop document. And so I use that alert it gives you for PSB to kind of tell me, oh, this document got too large. Trying to place the mysterious hole. Okay, it has some textures on top of it, which I think are messing with it. Mostly this one, probably. Okay, I don't think I need any of these at the moment. This one's so funny. It's like a little dumpling. But yeah, I think we got enough texture on this thing. It's gonna get really weird if we keep like piling textures on top. So let me see if that saves, or if that's still too big. Otherwise, we'll trim down a couple things, because there's still things could be very well trimmed. A soft round brush. I mean, I would say like the biggest thing, like the biggest factor is just like how big your canvas is. And after that, just like total number of layers. But specifically, if you make a layer like really, really, really big, like if it goes out of the canvas bounds by a bit on an already large canvas, it balloons, like it just gets really, really large. So you usually do not want to do that. But yeah, that did save, although it lists at 2.7 gigabytes. That's kind of just an estimate. You only really know when to save. Okay, what do you think of this being or not stop clicking? What do you think of this thing? Should we add any other confounding things to it, or is it already kind of indecipherable? That's the ultimate goal, like having something that's completely weird and impossible to really parse. I want to get this layer. Which one is it? It's this one. Okay, there's a layer on texture on top of it. This one. There we go. Oh yeah, the reflections in the cars. I mean, that would be pretty hard to make. But let's see if we can at least have like some blobby thing in the reflection. Someone between squid, axolotl, frog, tadpole. Yeah, yeah. Has a little bit of everything. Okay. So we're seeing the corner of like this corner here. So we should be seeing the globster kind of go over it. So that would be probably the area it reflects in. This car isn't too reflective, which helps us. This car is reflecting this corner here. It's right there. So we would be getting this thing, which is pretty close. And then maybe like a little bit smaller, actually. Or, no, because it kind of goes towards the front of the car here, right? See, this thing would probably be like around here. And then we'd get it, like, it would disappear there. I think that's all the reflections we would get, which seems pretty doable, actually. Because we're only reflecting like some very specific elements, which can probably just be flipped. And that would give us a really good base. Also a reflection here, okay. First of all, this, I want it to be foaming, and we kind of covered that before. And then the reflections. So I feel like this reflection could be a little darker. Just gonna put a soft line on top of everything, actually. There we go. And then this part, which is the rotting bits, should also be quite a bit darker. It's like touching the ground in an area that's opposite to the light, so same goes for this thing behind it. There we go. Just inside blue and reddish colors of fire. Yeah, I think those are like really make it work. Make it feel like either like bruises or like internal organs kind of showing. How this thing appears in the first place, like the car is not damaged at all, yeah. It's part of the mystery. Let's put a little bit of spit here. Okay, let's actually just make a copy of the entire Globster. Like all of this. Maybe without the shadows. I'm gonna take all of this, group it into a single layer. There it is. Big old blob. And I'm gonna start by just flipping it. And putting it back here. I know it would be reflecting like a slightly different part of it. But since, you know, we're not getting like a super clear reflection, and it's gonna be slightly distorted and stuff, it's probably gonna be more than fine. So we're just gonna apply it as a normal layer for now. What does it have in the... What is that reflecting? It looks like a car that's behind, like here. So it kind of looks like the back of a car, you know? It's been mirrored. No, no, no. It is reflecting a car. It's reflecting this car. It's this car. Oh, interesting. It just kind of looks weird when it's like flipped like this, so I thought it was like a different car. But it's reflecting this. So... that actually tells me that whatever reflection we added should be behind that, actually. So there's not even that much reflection. Should be like here. I think. I don't know. Reflections are hard. Yeah, we'd probably be seeing like the back part of this a little bit, like what's right behind this curve. But it would probably look quite similar to this. Especially at the level of detail you can get for a reflection. So we're putting this in, I guess, luminosity, and then do a thing here. I'm gonna turn that into a smart object. Then I'm gonna blur. And that's probably what a reflection might look like. As simple as that, because we don't get that much space for it. And on the other side, I do think we get a lot more. At least of this bit of the tail. So we're going to do the same thing. We take this, we undo all the edits. We find its spot here. Maybe it's something like that. And again, we put it in luminosity. We give it the same levels treatments. Might have to be a different one because it's a darker car. And then we have to be a little careful with the door here, because that warps the reflection slightly. And then we find the right levels. And we also got to change the color below it so it, doesn't get affected by the weird line. Okay. How does that look? A bit more blur, maybe? It's like a bit too clear. So I think I'm just gonna like... There we go. I think that should be all the reflections. We got the ground, we got the cars involved. This one doesn't really have a reflective surface for us. This mirror is fogged up, thankfully for us. This window does not reflect into here. And yeah. Okay, so I want to do a few things. First of all, I'm gonna change this guy's license plates, because seems like a bit too clear there. Like you can very clearly read this person's license plate. It's a little bit weird. I'm gonna save. Thank you. Oh, that was a save reminder from a while ago. I thought it was a new one. Appeared on my activity feed right now. Red reflection of Kia car's light appears on the floor. Which one? Oh, this one here? Yeah. This one should cast a light. Hot reflect. Oh, this on this. Maybe a little bit, like very, very faintly red here. That's a good call. I didn't consider that. Be worth a try. Yeah, let me do a quick selection of the car, or at least like the surface of it. And put this on top of the Globster, flipping it. So that is where I think it would all fall. Not on this side, because this side is too high up, but on like the tail side. So we take this. I think I'm gonna add a movement blur, motion blur, same thing. To make it fuzzier, Blase Gaussian. And then we can add it on an overlay maybe. Or reflect the red car. Maybe would... I mean, this part is kind of dry. It's not as slimy as this one. But maybe a little bit of red lights. Or red kind of bounce light on the side. Ever so slight. All right, yeah, the license plate for the car. I think it's empty. Yeah, okay. I mean, we could add the signature here, actually. First of all, this is an European license plate for those Americans who've never seen one. It tells you the country, so that's a French license plate. And in French license plates, they have a number that tells you the region within the country and a little logo for the region. So you can tell where this car is from at a glance. There's another French car. So this is clearly in France. Another French car. Another French car. Yeah, it's all French. You know, it was easier to tell in the original picture because there were signs in French, but you know. La Galerie. GeoGuessr Pro. No, I've just been to France. I do like playing GeoGuessr though. Oh, we could play some Time Guesser after I'm done with this. If we could still got enough time on stream. Time Guesser is kind of the version, the same style of game as GeoGuessr, but you have to choose. They give you old pictures, and you have to guess when and where, like the year and the location. And the closest to the score is based on, like, it's like 10,000 points. 5,000 is for the location. 5,000 is for the year. Okay, so here's what I think I'm gonna do. I'm gonna invalidate this license plate by signing on it. And that way nobody will be able to look up this random stranger. The first time you play, you nailed it. After that, total flunk. I've had both as well. Okay, I'm gonna remove the C. And let me first do this. And I'm gonna have the signature kind of centered here. Should look a little better. Why is it? Oh, it's a different layer. Damn it. Okay, gotta redo that real quick. Let me center that. All right. Now we got it signed, and in the same stroke, we have hidden this person's license plate. I'm also thinking, hey, since I am Spanish, could easily change this to a Spanish license plate. It's just an E. So if I just do this, there we go. So that's officially my car. A beautiful Peugeot 307 SUV. Which it seems kind of excessive for a single person, but I'm here flaunting my streamer riches. Okay. I'm also gonna change this license plate to be like a completely invalid number. It's probably overkill, but still. Okay. I think we got this. I think so. I might push the whole Globster a little bit further up. But I think that might be it. take all the reflections. Keep those out. I'm gonna have to move some layer masks after, but... Oh, Bean. Bean is right-clicking. Bean decided to commandeer my Photoshop. Okay. Just so I keep it away from the lower edge, because it's kind of like a bit too close. Okay. So we fix these layers if we need to. Do we need to? This one doesn't seem to have been affected very much. These reflections have, though. Or these layer masks. This is... There's a layer on top of this that's making me go crazy, because it doesn't appear when you right click. But there's clearly like something here, right? Or is it just the... It's the layer mask. Okay, I'm stupid. I'm stupid. Coffee bubble? What do you mean? Like these? This foam? Kind of want to make it foamy. Carbonates are not overkill. We overkill if you change the final image metadata to this location in French. To be honest, I should start adding funny things to the metadata. And see who's able to find them. For all the nosy people out there. Okay, this is entirely too dark. Oh. Bean will not stop right-clicking. It's true that metadata does get removed, but it would be on the version on my website, since that's just like a regular upload. Yeah, if I added something to the metadata, nobody would ever care to check that. Nobody would see it. It would be funny if like the metadata stayed if people like reposted it, but it wouldn't. So like the only time somebody would check the metadata is if the image appeared in like, you know, as like a hoax and somebody had to like debunk it, so they would do some photo forensics on it, and then they would see the little joke. But if it ever gets to that point, it's already gonna be cropped and screenshotted and uploaded to social media, which strips the metadata, etc., etc. So not very helpful. Thank you for the save reminder. I don't know how dark to make this edge, because it kind of curves inwards. But on the other hand, it is semi-translucent, so it would still be like, it will still catch some light from below. So I guess if I do keep it like this, like slightly darkened, but not too much, I would probably have to change the reflection slightly as well. Because if light is coming through this tissue, it would fall on the ground, on the floor. So you'd get a bit of a lighter reflection compared to a car, or a lighter shadow. The guy, oh yeah, the mega guy, the mega upload guy was hiding from the FBI, but got caught because he posted a photo of a site. Did not remove the location metadata. Damn. Much wider than the wide of the car. That is a fair point. Yeah, we did say we didn't want to go wider than this. Okay, let me first check what's the actual white. So I do a black and white layer, and I choose, like, I think the widest scarf in the background is this, and there's the widest spot on it. Possibly this. So I take that, and that is 243. And that's the max we put here, 243. Hey, Cassie. Here's our blob. It's our beautiful baby boy. Okay. Let me make a couple of elements a bit clearer, like all these bumps and ridges that we added. These ones in the edge are very clear. There's some here that got a little bit lost, but I'm kind of okay with that. They just became part of the texture. And this bit here, since we added a bit of a bend there, we'll keep the mysterious hole where it is. Or, I don't know, mysterious hole could go in many places. Maybe it goes at the front. Or right here in the center. Mysterious hole is possibly the most important dilemma of this piece. What is it? We might never know. We may never know. The important part, the important question is where it goes. Black and white is accurate. Normally use a zero saturation color layer with the blend mode on color. No test of the black and white. I mean, it's good for quick tests, but we can double check. This is the maximum brightness here, about 89%, and it's 95, so it's below the maximum brightness of this. Like if you want to do something really, really precise, then yeah, you probably, because black and white might, you know, change depending on the color. So if you're trying to take like something that has color, like this red, for example, and you're trying to test the brightness from that, it's definitely going to change a lot based on the black and white. But if it's white already and it barely has any saturation, it's going to be approximately, it's going to give you the approximate number. Definitely more than enough to match a picture like this. Bean has always been there, yeah. It's been here sleeping here for the last hour or so. Okay, checking which layers are messing with the mysterious hole. It's one of these for sure. Yeah, it's funny because you could interpret this many ways, and that's what I've tried to keep. That's why I'm not like adding anything that makes it look like a head, like or eyes or something very specific like this. Because I personally I could see this two ways if I were to interpret it. One of them is something with like a big triangular head, and then a long tail, And it's like those old amphibians that had the big head. And it has like maybe a blowhole or something here. And it's like a little guy. Or you could interpret this as this is a big tail, and this is a head. So it's like some kind of marine Nessie-like creature. Kind of like a big gastropod, perhaps. That looks like this. Smaller head, but you know, you get the gist. So I don't know, which one do you guys see? So like in this version, in the Nessie version, like this would be the head, this would be like eye stalks. And this would be a big tail, and maybe there would be some flippers here that got lost. And on the other version, this would be the head, and this would be the tail, and there would be like little arms, probably. What do you guys see? And the mystery hole, that is the biggest mystery of them all. Why is there a hole? Is it part of the head? Is it part of the tail? Is it even whole? We may never know. Might keep some red on it. Ooh, bean shower. Hey, Sudi, welcome. Would touch its reproductive organs on accident. You see more of the little guy with triangle head? I think I see the Nessie more. The mystery isn't like what the creature is, why is it in the parking lot, where it comes from, how to get there. The mystery is, why is there a hole? What that hole do? That is what everybody's asking. Is 2025 edition Photoshop worth it? Compared to what? Alright, do you have like an older version of Photoshop and you're thinking of upgrading or not? There's nothing new in 2025, honestly. Like, they barely added any new features. And all the new features they added in the last few versions have been like generative AI bullshit, so not worth it either. I think like you're fine staying on like 2022, 2023, honestly. You're completely new. Okay, then I say you get Affinity. If you're learning, Affinity is, and I was just testing a few things before. It's really similar to Photoshop. If you're a little bit familiar with the UI, you'll learn to recognize it really quickly. There are a few different things, a few different shortcuts, etc. You can customize it, obviously, but it works in very similar ways. But it is a single payment, so if you want to pay for anything, pay for Affinity. Single payment and you get this forever. and Affinity Photo specifically. That's the one I'm using. There's several programs for Affinity. Yeah, you don't need to pay any subscriptions. It has pretty much all the same tools, and it has some things that are better than Photoshop, I would say. Like, for example, being able to put filters like Gaussian blur as a layer, so I can have the Gaussian blur show up, for example, on top of every layer, or, you know, only clip it to this layer. Like this. There we go. Anyway, yeah, you can do many things that Photoshop doesn't really have, and you're not supporting Adobe. Generative AI is just a scam. It is. What about pirated Photoshop? I can't officially recommend this to you, but it's definitely a thing you can get. That it's not hard to get. So if you're just looking to learn a little bit, might be worth it. But like currently at this point, I'm recommending Affinity to people. If you're just learning, I would rather just, like, if I were starting out right now and just learning, I would rather learn on Affinity. And even if in the future, like, well, Photoshop comes out with the best new feature ever, and it's definitely worth like switching to Photoshop, all the skills on Affinity and Photoshop are really, really easy to transfer. So you're not like, it's pretty much the same thing. It's just that Affinity is a program that, you know, won't require subscription, and that is quite good and constantly getting better. So it has like it's really funny because the Photoshop's like trajectory over the past few years has been like literally cooking up nothing, not adding to any of the current features except for like a couple of small things. All the new features they added are shit, and then they started pushing AI bullshit, and they're like clearly pushing in the wrong direction. So, you know, they're not like making any of the actual features, day-to-day features, any better. While Affinity is like a little bit behind Photoshop in a few things, but they're constantly making it better, and they are like quickly overtaking Photoshop in many things. Like just the other day, they added this selection tool that was testing before, and it is like leagues better and faster than Photoshop's. And you can do things like, okay, I want to select this knight, but maybe only the helmet. So you just press Alt and you only get the helmet. And you click that, boom, you got the selection. Now I want to add this and this and maybe this. There you go. You just added them to the selection really quickly. And you can turn that into a mask. And there you go. You got your mask. Easy as that. Oh, and masks are individual layers as well. You can add several masks to the same thing. Like there are things that Photoshop feels like a no-brainer that Photoshop should have added like literally a decade ago. I am digging Affinity, and I'm gonna use it more. I'm gonna do some streams in Affinity pretty soon, and just see like how much of my workflow I can replicate in Affinity. And if I can do this exact same thing in Affinity entirely, then Photoshop is cooked. Do you teach Photoshop? Not officially, but I got tutorials 5 hours of tutorials that go through everything from the very basics, where I explain every single button in the UI, to how I like my general workflow for compositing images, and then a few like specific tricks that you can do. I got those in my Patreon, and currently they're in every Patreon level. So if you go to the Patreon and get like even a single month at the lowest level, you got access to them for forever. So yeah, if that interests you, it's pretty cheap to get, and once you got the link, it's just a link that you can keep. So you get those tutorials to consume at your own pace. This reflection here is kind of bothering me, actually. Kind of been fixated on it for a few minutes. So let me see if I can just really quickly get rid of it. This is the layer, yes. And there we go. That is better. Flip the image. Flipping is always a good tip, to be honest. Always a great way to notice errors. I know I keep moving things, but I'm gonna move things ever so slightly to the left. We go. Just kind of composition wise, it's bothering me a little. So there's a couple things we need to fix from that. One of them is going to be the reflection, which is here. And that here. The car's reflection, maybe we push this one back a little bit. Oh, this one. Good call. Yeah, and this one can maybe have a little bit of a push to the right. And then there's this little edge. So we just take a little bit of pavement, clone over it. That should be pretty good. You know what I do like? I like this. This little light that's like right around the edge of the shadow. Where is it from? It's just from there, I think. Just add a little bit of it right here. Makes for some nice texture. I'm kind of wondering if I could add anything more interesting to the pavements, like right there. Make it wet. Gotta make that bigger though. Cloudy sky, light reflections. I do like, you know, working with lots of reflections like this. It can definitely be really fun when you manage to do it right. So yeah, that gives it a little bit more reflectiveness on the back there. And adding to that, I'm gonna take our boy the globster, specifically the neck slash tail there in the back. I'm gonna take that and reflect it back on the ground a little bit, I think. So I'm just gonna take this, call that main body, and hide it for a second. I'm just gonna take all of this, make a copy of it, and that should be a copy of just the tail, like so. Put it back there, flip it vertically. We're gonna put that below the globster itself, near the reflections on the ground, and to see, you know, we're making that area of the ground a lot more wet. I think it would benefit from having a little bit of that reflection. Maybe a screen layer. Its plot should be orange, or maybe like the, what's their name, the horseshoe crabs, who have blue blood, I believe. Okay, what about a motion blur? To just kind of make the reflection a little bit more diffused. The animal that does not evolve? The horseshoe crab? I mean, I bet it has evolved, poor thing. But yeah, it is one of those like fossil animals that have been the same for many millions of years, yeah. So the googly eyes still fits. I guess except for the whole ones. Now it's one big one in the hole. There's two small ones kind of floating. In any case. Let's flip it back. I actually kind of like it better this way. I don't know. It might just be because I got used to it like the other way, and now I'm seeing it more for what it is this way, but... Big sneeze, Bean. Where are you? Okay, in any case, let's pull this all together, group it up, and... Oh. I'm gonna keep it the original orientation for now. And yeah, we're just gonna group this. And it's gonna get quite a bit of blur, quite a bit of sharpen, and most importantly, at the end of this whole process, it's gonna all get downscaled and JPEG'd to hell, because I want that effect on this image. I want it to feel like an image that was taken in 2005 and just has probably circulated around the internet for several decades. So it just has that aging process of the JPEG. No vignette needed, I think. Or if you do one, it's like kind of rounded and feathered. Yeah, that's pretty good too. Quality 0. And also kind of crunched in terms of detail. I usually do color grading to add a bit of color to the image, or to parody, but I think this one is better off just gray and kind of drab. I could even just like reduce the vibrance a little bit, but I think that would be too much. Could maybe even add a bit of green, which just makes it feel like unbalanced. This picture has to feel like a little bit uncomfortable. And as I say that, I become the JPEG. That's a prophecy foretold. Okay, so we're gonna do something here. One of my favorite shortcuts, Control Alt Shift W. Because why not have 4 key shortcuts? And why not make them some of the most useful ones? Thank you, Photoshop. Okay, so we're gonna save this as a JPEG, obviously. We're gonna crush the quality to low, like 1 or 2. And we're gonna make this like 10% of its size. That is too much, but it's a good start. Okay, what about like 15%. It's 900 pixels. Okay, JPEG quality. I mean, I could do the double. So I save it at 20% and like, let's say 5 JPEG quality or 4. So it starts, I want some noticeable artifacts. There we go. I export that. Call it lobster JPEG 1. And I take that. Where is it? Lobster JPEG 1. And I re-export that at even lower settings. So it's essentially like compounding different JPEG artifacts. Like it's been saved and shared like multiple times. I don't know if that'll do like a very different effect from just doing it once, but I kind of want to check. Okay, so this is gonna downscale it to 75%, 3 JPEG. And now that's some fine aging on this photo, isn't it? And now, wait, I'm gonna try another thing. We're gonna keep aging this photo. Now we got a Globster JPEG 2, which looks like this. We're gonna upscale it. And then save it in like higher quality. Actually, I'm just gonna drag it in here. Like somebody has taken this image, was like, oh, this image is too shitty. I'm just gonna upscale it and save it at a larger pixel size, like that's gonna do anything. And then I save it at 75% at, let's see the quality level. So this is like quality 7. This is a quality 1. Oh, it is crushing the colors now. Okay, let's give it a quality 2. That's gonna be our JPEG number 3. Control-Alt-Shift-E is so stupid. It's such a useful thing. I do it all the time. At some point I just like turned it into an action where it's just like flatten, and it's simply like create a new layer and flatten, and Control-Alt-Shift-E make into a smart object. 3 very simple things, but I do it all the time. So now I just press F11. So let's see our process here. We have had the Globster, just a normal image. Then I'm just gonna paste them on real quick. Let's see how good we did. So that's just a normal image. We downscaled it once, we downscaled it twice, and then we upscaled it and re-JPEG'd. Which, does it do a lot? Probably not, but it adds JPEG to the JPEG, which is funny. Also, Bean, I hear you. What you up to? You want to go out? Don't worry, we're in... Stream is ending soon. But yeah, this is essentially like what the process of sharing this image around the internet for a long time might have done, which I kind of dig as like, it's, you know, people are really into like analog artifacts where, you know, images are grainy or dusty and stuff. Nobody thinks about like the aging process of a digital photo as like an aesthetic to aim for. And I think it's pretty dope. Like, this is interesting. It's a completely different type of aging. And I don't know. I dig it. I might be weird. But yeah, that's going to be our final image. I'm going to save that as a JPEG now, finally at low quality, at a high quality. And it's still going to be pretty small because it is already pretty crushed. But that is going to be our image. I'm probably going to post this like one of these days, likely tomorrow, because I got nothing else to post tomorrow. So yeah, look out for that. With that said, it wants to be a PSV. I'll clean it up, no worries. Yeah, that is gonna do it for us tonight, folks. I gotta let the cat out, because he wants to piss, probably. So, that's gonna be it for today. Tomorrow, we got the last stream of the week, and talking about Bean, we're gonna edit some video. We're gonna do a little bit of an experiment with video editing. We're gonna take a video of Bean playing and edit that. So it's gonna be interesting, probably. We'll see if it works. It's kind of, I don't know how to do it, so we'll kind of learn as we go. So yeah, y'all, it's been a really fun stream. I hope you enjoyed it as well. And I will see you tomorrow. Until then, folks, take care.